Corned beef. And yeah, it's supposed to look like that. The spices and stuff that it was soaking in, it looks raw, but it's not. And I also zapped it in the microwave to make absolutely sure that it's not raw. And I've got carrots and little potatoes and some cabbage. That's what's for supper for several days. But I want to finish doing some stuff here. I'm working on Spencer's shirt, then Felix's shirt, and then the vest. I'll try on the blue swim trunks for myself. I make adjustments if I have to, and then I will show you the finished cachet.
Let me know what you learn. Also, if you're a patron,
I was at a tool shop down in LA.
From this template as a download version next week.
When I learned to sew in 7th grade, we had like home ec class, home economics. We learned to cook basic things like sugar cookies and sew basic things like a tunic. They urged us to hand baste it first. And you can even try it on at that point and tweak it and hand baste it where you need to sew it. So when you go to the sewing machine, you don't have to worry about plucking pins out or running over pins or anything. It just lickety split. And this is great. This is how we do it. And it took me a long time to baste it. But I could do it at my leisure, in front of the TV, with food around me or whatever, it doesn't matter. But now look, it might have taken me 20 minutes to hand baste this stitch here. But with a sewing machine, not even a minute. Isn't that neat? Usually when you take things for granted like a sewing machine or a stove or whatever, just think back. If you didn't have that technology, how long it would take and what trouble and how many steps you'd have to go through. This way I can go right along the line and I don't have to guess where the seam's going to be because it's already been basted. This is so cool. Lickety split. This is one of the shirts. Well, I made each girl. There's twin girls. They're a year and a half, I think. Their birthday's in July. So I guess they're a year and a half. Sebastian's behind them by a few months. Now you turn it inside out and you have a shirt. It's not finished. I'm going to put little sleeveys on there, little sleeves, and sew them around the neck and the bottom and everything. Put two little girls with this, and then I made little headbands to go with the shirts. So I'll see you in a few when I've got a bunch of stuff sewn up. Look who came to help me. You came to help me. Did you come to help me? Did you? Yeah, he's supervising me. He's supervisor, kitty cat supervisor. From some pieces to a finished shirt. I always put like a little tab of a different color on the back. So if you're dressing in the dark, you can feel with your hands where the back is, so you don't put it on backwards. What do you think? Do you approve? Check that one off the list. Keep going. Yeah. I took a break. I heard tap, tap, tap on the door. Nice day out there. Very nice. Sunny. Warm. Sort of warm. Spencer wanted to know if I could play. Sure. the stuff can wait another time and further back and further back. And that's why I don't get anything done, but that's okay. He's only a little kid once. Someday I'm going to be incapacitated with dementia, sitting in a chair in a corner, and there'll be a couple teenage kids going, "Yeah, I don't want to see Grandma." Enjoy it while you can. Anyway, now I have to get the rest of this done. Oh, Spencer and I fashioned a system. I looked in the shed, found a really long-handled rake. It's a shrub rake, so it's only about this wide, but the handle's real long, so that if you had big shrubs and trees, that you could work on them. But I lowered it down and reached through the fence, and we snagged the snake, the wooden snake toy, and we pulled forward, and Spencer grabbed it, and then I put the rake back on this side of the fence. The opening in the fence is only this big, but the rakey part is this big, so I had to put it handle down, and I grabbed the handle from this side of the fence, and then I leaned it this way and snagged, and we pulled it. Yay! Now he owes me. I held my end of the bargain. When Mommy tells him to eat his food, he's got to eat his food. So back to work. This is shirt 1 and 2 out of, let's see, how many more shirts? 3 shirts, shorts, and a vest. Plus, I have to start the corned beef because it's supposed to cook for a while. I best do that now and then get back to sewing, I guess. I had the corned beef in this thing and it was bubbling away, and then I don't know, not too long before it's supposed to be finished, I put in a bunch of vegetables: cabbage, potatoes, and corn. Cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. And now I'm having it finish up in the, I've got the meat on the top there and the veggies in the pan below. It's going to need a bake for a while. I've got it going for another half an hour, then I'll check it. I want them to be like roasted, but I don't really know how to do that. So the sewing machine's acting up on me. I don't know if it's because it's stretchy fabric, or I just changed the bobbin. I had to check the book to make sure I put it in the correct way. Hopefully, this one is Spency's shirt. Hopefully, and he won't notice all these little faux pas. I'm sure he will, though. Keep going, Cheryl. You're only maybe not even, but maybe halfway there. It's been about 5 hours, but I'm trying to be nice and take it easy, and I've had a few snafus with the, almost said lawnmower, sewing machine. But I'm trying to be careful and make it look as nice as possible. I'm nearly done with the sewing part. Then I'll have cleanup. Depends on how late it is, whether I'll do some vacuuming. And the ceiling fan I have on right now to get the stink out of the house, the windows open, it's pickled. Corned beef is pickled. It's corned. In other words, you've got pickling spices that's in with it. Mustard seeds and I don't know what else is in there. Some kind of brine or salt or something. Oh, I can't wait. I've been snacking on crap all afternoon. I need some decent supper, and I'll probably go right to bed, probably, because I have a few things ticked off my list, but 5 p.m. meat check I have on my whiteboard on the wall. So it is nearly 6 o'clock p.m. So I'm gonna keep going. Tonight's supper, that and that are for 2 other nights. Still working on it, but I'm really getting close. Couple things there, and then the vest, and I'll be done sewing. I don't think I'm going to get to vacuuming tonight or dusting off the fan blades or anything. But I will get things picked up, and I will do the dishes for the night. It's Monday. Yeah, I was doing this all day yesterday. So today, I'm having some pancakes to start off my day. And I'm back at it. Basically, I have Felix's t-shirt and my vest left. But the sewing machine decided to act up. And I got out the book, read what might be the problem. I gotta get this done. Not gonna lie, this is not gonna be easy. I think I had to do it once before. Baby screwdriver. I have to take it all apart. Gotta take the needle out. Gotta take, how does that come off? The presser foot off. Oh, if I could live without sinus issues. Wouldn't that be nice? How does this come off? With great difficulty. Well, let me just take it off then. Be difficult. Okay. This is a sewing needle that fits in a thing. This is called a presser foot. And I try to yoink. Oh, now this screwdriver comes in handy if I can turn these screws. Oh, that one's loose. Why? That one's loose too. Why? Wait a minute. Did I have a Keebler elf or something come in here last night? The shoemaker's elf? Well, if they came in here to mess up the the thing, why couldn't they have sewn my stuff? Oh, well, the idea is that this big square gray and metal plastic thing has to lift off, and you get the compartment inside that has the bobbin, which is this little thing. It has, you can do contrasting color, but this usually has the same color as the spool of thread that's on top of the it's up here. This spool of thread is black right now. And this is black. This is the secondary one. Because sometimes you get sewing. You sew and sew and sew and you run out of bobbin and you have to replace it. Now, to replace this bobbin is fairly simple. This opens up and you can pull the bobbin out. It seems to be caught on something, which is not good. But apparently there's the bobbin casing is this little circular thing that fits into the machine just so that the gears underneath can do what it has to do. Either they slipped out of place or something else, I'm not sure. But I have to take this whole assembly out, clean it, blow into it like that, and just get it clean. Hopefully it'll work some more. It's not that old of a machine. I think I've only had it for like a year, and it's a cheaper one. I do have a more expensive one, a Singer that's in the closet. It's real heavy too. That one has had a whole lot of thread tension problems. Like this little dial it's like it holds the thread real tight, or it makes it loose, or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to be working on this for a little while, watching TV. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. There's two kinds of Irish accent, basically. There's Northern Ireland, and then there's the other, Southern Ireland with Dublin and County Cork and all that. Northern Ireland, if you want to do a Northern Ireland accent, think more reserved. Church of England, more reserved. And think of Bono from U2. I believe he's from Belfast, which is Northern Ireland, and it's a bit more reserved. And then you have your Irish sound that people always want to imitate. Ooh, give me my Lucky Charms. They're from Dublin. And they sound like little leprechauns, very bouncy sounding. It's very open and friendly, and everybody come in and let's have a pint. And when people try to imitate Irish, that's the one they go for because it's quintessential Ireland, you know. I used to watch a fella and his family from Belfast, Stuart. What was his channel called? I don't know. It may have been taken down off of YouTube. It's been so long ago. And then one day, through a Skype program they used to have but don't have any longer, someone called me up. They rang me up from Waterford, which is south of Dublin. And he worked at the Hasbro toy plant. He made toys. And he was real nervous. He had a real nervous laugh when he spoke. Because it's like something I've never done before, you know. So we talk, and he talked in a little tiny voice. No, he was not from the Keebler factory. He was from the Hasbro. And he talk and he get a little giggly. And to hear a man giggle like that while him talking was so funny. Let's get back to work, Shirley. This will never get done unless you get back to it. I'm going to put the camera on charge while I'm doing this because I need all my concentration. Finished product. Shirt for Felix, shirts for the girls, shirt for Spencer, and shirt for the Peanut, Sebastian. Kind of stretchy. These are going to be used as bottoms for swimming apparel because I want to hide the upper part of my thighs. Otherwise I'd wear regular swimming trunk bottoms, but they don't look like much. What I'm mostly proud of is this vest. It's got an inside pocket. It's got an outside pocket. Where is it there? I matched up all the plaid. Even on the side seams, it's all matching. And then I also made another mask. It was kind of a trying day. Things didn't want to cooperate. This is Monday, the end of Monday. So I'm going to put this all together and put it out for Tuesday. Finally, the sewing stuff is done. Finally. I went through a couple spools of thread and several bobbins and a broken needle and things that had come loose and needed to be tightened and cleaned, and oh my god, it took forever. But now I can put all this stuff away. I'll probably do the dishes piled up over there before I go to bed, and may or may not clean the fake plants that I have around here. So tomorrow I will have a walking start. Don't run anymore, right? Not unless I need to. And I will vacuum and dust and clean. Bathroom needs cleaning. I need a shower, so I'll take one tonight, and then I'll take one later in the week. I don't know. I mean, for people that sweat all the time or do hard labor, yeah, take a shower. Fine. If you don't do anything, you don't need to take a shower that often. But for some reason, my armpits stink. It's really bad. And I wash and put deodorant on and stuff, but there's just some bacteria, I guess. It's just really nuts. And that's why we can't seem to get well. And that's another reason, besides watching all the cleaning videos, that's another reason I want to open the windows, get some air in here while we can, before it rains again. I think it's supposed to rain Wednesday? I'm not sure. Anyway, I want to get things all clean and sorted and put away, and I think I'll feel better. I hope. Got a lot of stuff to put away. Just a lot of. What? Kitty Cat wants me to go to bed now. So I'm going to end this. Finally. Oh my God. How long has this taken me? 3-4 days? But I did stop a lot and play with Spencer and stuff. But today I did not. Today I just kept plugging away. So I'm finished. Yes, the vest fits and it's very warm. It's got fuzzy black fabric, the flannel type outer fabric, and I have some kind of a real thin, but it keeps people warm lining thing, inner lining thing. So I shouldn't need it too much longer in Southern California, but it does get cold. We are in the foothills of San Bernardino Mountains. So often the clouds come down a little bit and it's foggy in the morning and cold, like refrigerator cold. Not freezing, but refrigerator cold. One of the nights this week I think it's supposed to be very close to freezing. So that's why my plants are still in the window ledge. I want to make sure the ground's warm enough for them to have a good time and thrive. Kitty Cat says, "Are you going to have a good time and thrive? Warm the bed up for me. I'm tired." Yeah? I was falling asleep in the chair here too. Everything and all, was that everything all at once or something? Yeah. Finally, this project is finished. There's always something to do. I can always make something to do or think of something to do. But right now, this week, this sewing this week, it is finito. Whew. Sorry it took so long. What a pain in the butt. Sometimes things take a lot longer than you want them to. But Spencer and I are learning patience. So I can go upward and onward.